I'm going to give you the birth story of my sixth baby at home. Theodore is 6 days old today. So Theodore is my sixth baby, my third baby born at home. First home birth, I had a midwife. Second home birth was unassisted, and then my third home birth, this one, was with a midwife again. Well, it is 12:11 in the morning. I woke up about an hour ago to 3 really good contractions, and I got up to go to the bathroom. My body cleared itself out good. So I did that a few times. Got up, my husband woke up, we've been hanging out in the living room. I decided I'm just gonna kind of walk circles. And while doing that, my water broke. Probably about midnight, exactly, I would guess. Or now we're gonna set up the pool. Like a big bag? That you like, this side's sealed, is that side sealed?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought that same thing. This side's sealed.
An insane amount more of my water just broke. Yeah, there's a lot of fluid inside me. Contractions were starting to come pretty strong, basically right away. And everything just seemed totally normal at that point. Basically all night long, everything just seemed normal. Everything was progressing as it should. Midwife showed up, her birthing assistant showed up. I'm not sure what time I got into the pool, but I got into the pool and started doing my contractions in the pool. My husband's really good at times, so he has exact times for this. But he said at 4:22, I said, okay, like, it's go time. I could feel his head right there. I was ready to push. I was ready to go. So I started pushing. He just wasn't coming down, and I was not understanding why. But I knew that he should have been, and it just wasn't. And so I kind of said, like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the pool. I'm wondering if maybe like that's maybe possibly causing me to relax too much or like stalling my labor. I had no idea. So I got out of the pool and just got on the floor right next to the pool and tried pushing some more, and he just wasn't coming. At this point, when I'm getting out of the pool, it's 5:46 in the morning. So I had been pushing for a good while in the pool, and by the time I got out of the pool, contractions had slowed way down to like 5 to 7 minutes apart. My husband had asked me at one point, he's like, are you working with your body? Are you pushing hard enough? Like, what's going on? And I was like, I feel like I am. I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm pushing. I feel like he should be coming. I'm giving it my all. And I was just kind of confused as to what was going on. Like, why I was confused why he hadn't been born yet. But at this point, I tell the midwife, I think the labor's just stalled. I went and laid down in my bed, and I was going to try to take a nap, and I did get a nap. And about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, my kids started waking up, and the grandparents live right next to us, so my husband called the grandparents and said, can you come get the little kids? So they came right over. They got 4 out of 5 of the kids. The 5th kid, the oldest boy, was still upstairs in bed. So the kids went over to grandma's, and my husband asked me, he's like, are you doing okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. He said, okay, I'm gonna go check on the cows real quick because we are also calving right now. So he went and checked on the cows, and my plan was just to go back to sleep. Basically, as soon as the kids were gone and as soon as he was gone, I got the uncontrollable urge that it was time to push. I got on my hands and my knees, and I'm in my bedroom at this point. The midwife and the birthing assistant are still in this room. As far as they knew, I was still sleeping. I get on my hands and knees in the bed, and I just start pushing, and I can't control it. I gotta push. Well, okay, this might have been actually a few minutes after my husband left before I got this uncontrollable urge to push, because he came in, it was either right after the first push or as I was doing the first push. He came into the bedroom, and all I have on is a robe, a big long white robe on top of me. And he came in and he looked under the robe, so I'm gonna try to put this as delicately as I can. He said that basically it looked like it had never looked before, like things just did not look the way they were supposed to, and that there was blood splattering out. Basically that my body looked just not right. He kind of was like, hey, and went like this to the midwife's assistant. She got the midwife, they came in the bedroom. At this point, the midwife kind of already knows like something's up. She comes in, I'm on all fours in my bed, and she tells me I need to get into a runner's lunge. I get my left leg up as far as I can, up by my shoulder. My husband's helping to hold me. At this point, I am like in tremendous pain, pushing with all of my might, doing everything I can. My husband's holding my leg in runner's lunge, like trying to keep me basically going forward or just trying to keep me still. And I'm pushing with all my might, and the midwife, I could tell in her voice, she wasn't yelling, but she was being very stern with me, very like, this is what you need to do, and I could just tell that I had to listen to her. So I'm pushing in runner's lunge. She's telling me to give it my all. I'm giving it my all, and nothing's happening. She says, okay, we need to get you on the floor. So she like pulls me down, and my feet are on the floor, and then I'm like leaning over the bed. She's telling me to push. I'm pushing as hard as I can. Nothing's happening. And during all of this, she has her entire hand inside of me, and she's trying to get Theodore's shoulder unlocked, because now at this point his head is out, but his shoulders are jammed. She's got her hand in there using her fingertips to try to get the shoulder kind of moved, and nothing's working. This position isn't working, so she tells me I need to get back on the bed, on my back, legs up. So they flip me over, and my husband's holding my legs up by my head, and I am pushing, and I am pushing, and I am pushing. And I remember thinking, like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I am about to give up. This is too hard. Like, I have nothing left in me. And during all of this, so when the midwife and the assistant first came in and they realized something was wrong, the midwife had told the assistant, start recording. So they had the timer going, and they were kind of just recording the noises so that obviously they can't document as they go, so they can look back later and say like, okay, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or whatever. And what happens is she finally gets his shoulder to pop, and we were just discussing this the other day. She said that she thinks what finally happens is that she kind of collapsed his shoulder just enough to get it to come out. I can't even do like the movement because it's impossible, but she got the shoulder to basically unpop itself. He was born, and when he came out, he was dark purple and unresponsive. So then we're rubbing as hard as we can. We're saying his name. We're like, come on, man, like, give us anything. I'm giving him some mouth to mouth. They're getting oxygen going. Like, all of the things are happening. We're just trying to get him to make any kind of noise. And there was I want to say there was 2 times where he made like tiny little, like those kinds of things. And it just wasn't happening. So we're rubbing, we're doing all the things. We're doing mouth to mouth. We're giving him oxygen. She's getting her oxygen out. I can't specifically remember if there was something that actually got him going or not, or if this was what happened. He ends up being able to cry. We're all rejoicing. We're all thankful. And she told me, when I talked to her a few days ago, she said the timer said 4 minutes. We were like right on the brink of too much. He never turned white, which is good. If he turned white, that would have been really, really bad. It was a scary situation nonetheless. Had to give him oxygen a few times after that. And obviously everything is fine now. He's doing great. We brought him to the chiropractor, and one of his shoulders was a little bit soft. Doing great. We just have to watch his collarbone every day. As far as me, I am still sore 6 days later. Normally I am not still sore. I did tear, and the midwife said there was lots of bruising and swollenness. So I'm definitely still taking it a lot more easy than I normally would. As far as the situation goes, I would say that we are doing great. Obviously he's breathing, he's happy, he's healthy, we're all of the things. I feel like besides my bottom being sore, like everything's fine now. So it was a very scary home birth, and I gotta say, like, after having an unassisted birth where everything went great with unassisted birth, there was no troubles at all, everything went super smooth. Like, in theory, there was no reason why we should have gotten a midwife this time. And honestly, the only reason that I did is because now we have Christian Healthcare Ministries, and they pay 100% of midwives for home births. So I can say without a shadow of a doubt that things would have went seriously wrong. We would have lost 1, if not 2 lives that day had we not had a midwife. And if we didn't have Christian Healthcare Ministries, we definitely wouldn't have even gotten a midwife because we wouldn't have been able to afford one. If you are interested in Christian Healthcare Ministries, I will link them down below because I know that insurances don't cover home births, or at least our old one didn't. So my midwife had asked me, why did you even get me? Like, things went good. What was the reasoning? And I was like, she actually was a student midwife from my first home birth with the other midwife, and I was really impressed with her and I really liked her. Without her, there's no way that we would have been able to handle the situation that we had. I did forget to say, I think he was 11 pounds, 2 ounces, and his shoulders were 17.5 inches wide. So he is not a small boy, and he is the largest out of all of our kids by a few pounds. Beforehand, we've always had like the 8 to 9 pound babies, which we thought was big at that point. Now it's funny looking back how that's going to be a small baby. The midwife was in the right place at the right time. She was meant to be here. She did a fantastic job. Her and her assistant both I could not have asked for them to handle the situation better because they went as smoothly as it could have went. And I am very, very thankful for them being there. So that is it. That is the story of Theodora's home birth. It was scary, it was traumatic, but we are all doing great now. Thank you so much for watching this video. This isn't my normal content. However, if you are interested in the homeschooling, homesteading, home birthing type of mama material, definitely subscribe below because that is the kind of content that I put out.